So today, we are answering the age-old question. What the hell is a MetaZoo? A little bit of a background really quick. Local card store of mine, still relatively new actually, had these in stock. I had never heard of them, and apparently either had the guy working there until a customer came in and said that they're actually doing really well, and said that he would be willing to buy quite a few. So they got some in, they have some booster boxes and stuff there, and I had no idea what it was. And if you guys know me, I like looking at all different kinds of card games. So here, we have 4 MetaZoo packs, and back there, we actually have a 5th that comes with a promo card and a coin. That was the only special product they had there. From doing some research online, this actually started as a Kickstarter, which normally would make me go, ugh, but apparently did really well. The initial Kickstarter cards, they actually had like a Kickstarter set, are worth buttloads of money. Then they released a first edition set. It was essentially just the first set that they released. This is called the second edition. It's actually the same cards, I think with a few things changed, as the first, but it's just second. The first ones are also very expensive. There's also another one, I don't know what the set is called, it's called like Nightfall or something. It's also a pretty valuable set. But apparently they already have 3 sets, 4 if you include Kickstarter. Also, one thing that I learned is that they actually switched their printing company after the Kickstarter and the first set. Basically meaning that they are printing higher quality cards. So even though these cards will be higher quality than the first edition, which is the name of the first set, the first set is still worth more because there were less of them and they were the original. So these will actually be higher quality than those. But let's open this up. It also seems that their big focus is on cryptids, so basically from all around the world, and they can get some crazy value. So we have Anti-Magic Field. These cards feel really old. Like the art style and just like the red border and everything, this feels like a really old thing to me. There's the back of it. Apparently, you're also supposed to have like a spell book in order to actually play the game, but I don't know anything about playing it yet. We have Lightning Bolt. These really do feel like, like how Magic the Gathering started, especially. Let's see here. Moon-Eyed People. And they all have things written on the bottom like, this spell is shockingly powerful. Get it, guys? Haha, funny thing. Moon-Eyed People. These ancient beastly aliens terrified early humans in North America. They were not worshipped, they were feared. Okay. But yeah, they're supposed to be like cryptids from like all around the world and stuff like that. Although I think North America was their big focus right now. The skeleton's lanterns. The large skeleton may offer you warmth and light, but take the benefits of its lantern with caution. Crossroads. You never know who or what will show up at the crossroads to make a deal. That appears to be the Mothman, which I believe their most valuable card is a Mothman card. We have the Hoop Snake, which knows rollout. Okay, straight up Pokemon right there. Often mistakes for a tumbleweed or a spare tire. These fearsome critters are slightly less elegant than the European Ouroboros counterparts. So, pretty neat little things going on here. I believe that's supposed to be their Bigfoot, I'm pretty sure. Somewhat limited power. Okay. There is Bigfoot as a holo. Now, these cards are actually on TCG Player. That means that we have a decent way to value these. But you need to take it with... Okay, so we have 2 terrains. So it's 2 to the front is going to be the... pack trick for these, it seems. But these are actually on TCG Player. So the prices you see down in the corners, I'll go ahead and put Bigfoot up there again, are from TCG Player. But keep one thing in mind. This isn't as big as Yu-Gi-Oh! Or as big as Pokemon. It's a much more of a niche thing. Which means that there are less of these being sold. There is less info out there on these. And you're going to have some people that are willing to pay more because they're really into this niche thing. So keep any values that you see in mind with a grain of salt. I really do like how he's like, it's just on him, and it's like almost like stars going on. That seems to be the closest I can get to get it in focus. But yeah, it's like he's like a spectral with these stars. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's open up this little Firebird pack. Let it focus on him. It looks really weird. Yeah, there's like a lot of different elements and stuff on it. There's their website if you're actually interested, just metazoogames.com. This is definitely an interesting thing. I will say these packs feel nice. It's almost like aluminum here at the top. So it's not that hard to open these without destroying the pack. These are very tight. Only issue is it almost feels kind of sticky when you get between that. It's almost like they used glue. They didn't, at least I assume not, because it's like heat pressed. Maybe I'm just going crazy. All right, so the trick is just 2 to the front, and that card has a darker back to it. You see that? Huh. Anyways, we have Suburban, all right, and Light Aura. Then we have our Bookmark, so I believe that has a lot to do with the spell book that you have to have in order to play this game. Lake Worth Monster. This undefined Sasquatch beastie seems to have a vendetta against both college students and muscle cars. All right, then. Pass Trap. The Skeleton's Lanterns again. We have Gluttony. All right. Huggin' Molly. Scatter Shot. And Death Beam. Another holo. I don't know if holos are guaranteed, or maybe this is considered like a reverse. A blast of power from the Grim Reaper, stolen and written into flesh so that it may be used by other casters. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and check this out. It really doesn't give you a lot of info to the card game itself. This is kind of like, I guess it does give a little bit. For 2 to 6 players, this is kind of interesting. But yeah, it does seem like it is just a promo card, coin, and pack. And the coin doesn't look especially quality, but you have to remember, this is a startup. Like, this is a new card game. You have to keep that in mind. Like, granted, when Pokemon was new, they had good quality. But they also had, they were using Wizards of the Coast, who were, at that point, already established in TCG. But even Wizards of the Coast, like, if you look at their older cards, and, like, even card game, other startup-like card games, they're not always going to be the best quality. You have to start from somewhere. And so I'm not saying that these are awful by any means, but you can't really compare them to the quality of Magic the Gathering, and which I keep bringing that up. I don't even do Magic. This is what these kind of feel like to me. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon, because those are from established franchises with large companies behind them, a lot of backing, and of course, a lot of financial support. So I will say this coin does feel like, focus on him, does feel like it's actually made out of metal. It might not be, but you have 2nd edition MetaZoo Cryptid Nation written there on the back of the coin, along with our Mothman there on the front. Sound test. Sounds like metal to me. See, they're already beating the Pokemon Company when it comes to their coins, even if it is a bit smaller. I know opening this probably devalues, I open things on this channel. We have the Mothman. Now, he is a promo card. I'm guessing that's what that means down there, I'm assuming. So probably not a whole lot of value at all, but we have a Holo Mothman. I do like the look of him. The real question is, are these like standard size cards? Will these fit in the same kind of sleeves that Pokemon and, Magic and them do? Yes, it is a standard size card. So I can throw this in my Dragon Shield sleeve. I can't even do that with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they use unstandard. They're smaller. And I don't think Dragon Shield makes these kind of sleeves for them. But yeah, that's cool. I can actually use this sleeve for that. And of course, we just have another 2nd edition in here. I'll say the pack is kind of beat up. If I can say one thing I don't like about this product, I think it's only $1 more than is buying a pack by itself, but that is that store's pricing. Really, really beat up for being in that packaging. I wouldn't expect that, from the way that it was packaged, but God, it's even like already split open right here. I'm going to have to destroy this pack because of the way that it was poorly sealed. That kind of sucks. Okay, so we're going to do 2 to the front. The back card is always dark. I think if you played this card game, it would be kind of cheating to not have your cards in sleeves. But turn it around, we have the River and the Earth Aura as the 2 backing cards. We have an Antidote, Health Potion, okay, fitting. What the hell are you? Lumberjacks that made leather clothing out of Wallapalooza? Wallapalooza, I'm guessing. Found that it would come back to life. Okay, it's like a squirrel fox looking thing. Telekinesis, alright, not the best work on that one. Balancing Beam, Luck Potion, Thorn Whip, and Fresno Nightcrawlers. What the hell? They just look like sweatpants. They look like sweatpants with eyes. We aren't completely sure if they're... Okay, yeah. We aren't completely sure if there's a pantsless torso crawling around somewhere, and what function the two eyes of these beasties serve if that's the case. Yeah, I kind of want to look up what the hell this cryptid is supposed to be. Oh, I completely forgot that I have these stands back here for a reason. Yeah, I'll put Mothman there. And I know that there's a Bigfoot card that had a higher value, but I don't know the actual values from this. I don't do that much research into that. But we'll put Bigfoot back there. I know there was a Bigfoot with higher value. So we have 2 packs left, and I gotta say, this is an interesting little card game. I don't know if I'm gonna be opening them all the time. Yeah, that one kind of split weird too. Can't complain, I already have one of the moose things preserved. Yeah, like these packs, like, they really just kind of hold their shape. Like, they are a lot more rigid, and I really do like that. Although I'm sure that there's probably a more cost-effective way for MetaZoo games to handle that. So we have our Lightning, Storm, and Earth Aura again, Antidote again, Lightning Bolt again, Moon-Eyed People again, the Skeletons, Lanterns again, Dragon's Breath. Flames so hot that they have been known to ignite the atmosphere around them. Okay. We have Hoop Snake again. Proton Beam. Don't cross these beams when you have more than one in the arena. That sounds more like a roll. And we have Chibi Mothman. What? Okay, it's almost like a larval state. That's cool. That makes me happy. It's another one of those like Star Hollow things, but that is cool. I will say, if... again, not trying to insult here, to startup company, I don't want to sound insulting. I'm just a very negative person. I always see the negative sides first. If this is the quality of the cards from their better manufacturer, then I really don't want to know what the quality of the other ones looked like. And again, they are still quality. These still feel really nice. But like the warping is definitely an issue. And the print on the back is just, why is it that the hollow looks so much better? Aside from that, my only other critique is I don't like the red around the outside, personally. I really just like white borders. I think Pokemon's yellow is even ugly. That's why I like the Pokemon cards in Japan, because they have white borders. It's more clean to me. But I'm also not like an artist, so I'm sure that they had their reasonings. Just little critiques. All in all, I'm still loving this. Yeah, I actually have been sitting on these things for weeks because I wanted to get that Brilliant Stars Elite Trainer box before I filmed anything else, and I really just wanted to check these out. So maybe my hype was just built up too high for them, but they're still cool. I don't think I ever finished what I was saying earlier. I don't see myself doing these all the time, but an occasional video on these will more than likely happen, because they are definitely fascinating to me, and I really just want to see where the series ends up going. So we're going to do 2 to the front. Again, I don't know that much about startup card games. I want to look into them now, because this is definitely an interesting thing to me. But, I don't know. Like, I like these. I want to see where they go. As someone who doesn't know a whole lot about startups when it comes to TCGs, I feel like this one's actually starting off real strong, and it seems to have a good amount of support online. The G-Bird is known to annoy locals by announcing that it's cold long after temperatures have fallen below freezing. Also, this is the last pack. Probably should have mentioned that. We have Paralyze, Silver Cat. This poor cat dreams of easily jumping on counters and tables and knocking over glasses of water. Alas, its tail is quite heavy. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I thought that was like something laying in the grass. That is just a flail on the end of its tail. I feel bad for that thing. Infield Monster. That one actually sounds familiar. This poor beast, the alien, was simply admiring some rose bushes when it was fired upon. All that sad. We have Hug and Molly. I never read that one. Losing a child is hard on anyone. Won't you let this poor woman hug you to help ease her pain? Don't forget, I'm dyslexic, so if I mess up a sentence, that's my excuse. We have Rock Rain, and our last one is the Holy Gem. That looks pretty cool. Now, I don't know how to tell rarities in this card game. There is that star down there in the center. But this one definitely does look fancy, I'll say that, so... maybe it's a higher rarity with that, like, gold thing going on. So, guaranteeing a holo in every pack is definitely something that I think is great for a startup. Again, as someone who doesn't know a whole lot about them, this isn't, this is all coming from a pretty bad source of information. But, I definitely think that, you know, when somebody just buys one pack and they instantly get a holo, it gets a little bit of that dopamine hit and they want to go back and buy it again. It's definitely a smart idea. And the fact that we got all separate holos, one of them being his promo, don't worry, I am going to sleeve the others. This is definitely a very interesting little card game to me. My focus will always be the Pokemon, but I really do want to check out, you know, some more of this and see what else this might have to offer. Maybe try to find that Nightfall, I think it was called, set. I'm not going after a first edition or a Kickstarter. I'm not made of money. But yeah, these were very interesting, and I think that we have somewhat answered the question, the hell is MetaZoo? Honestly, I kind of hope that they still have some of these packs whenever I go back to the store, and I might have to pick some more up. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, and please, if you know of any other startups or any other card games that I haven't covered before, it's easy to find out. If you think I might know about it, you can just search my username followed by the card game, and it'll pull it up if I've already done a video on it. And even if I have, if you want to see more of it, just let me know. I might have just forgotten. But I like these little startups. I think it's something a cool little little series for the channel to check out these card games and see if they can actually, you know, get more than off the ground. And it looks like MetaZoo is already taking those steps. But I would like to check out some more of this stuff. But I also don't want to give money to Kickstarter because there are so many scams on there. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I am sorry for the rambling. Hopefully, I will see y'all next time.